CBS 5's Colton Shone joins us now live from Mesa with the details. Colton, this was a wild one, so what happened here?
Well, seeing right now, we're in a nice, quiet neighborhood here in Mesa. Everyone on this block seems pretty friendly, and there's even a park right over here. But you wouldn't guess that 24 hours ago that this would be the backyard and place of a police chase. Now, they say that the suspect jumped over the wall back there and jumped into this trash can and hid right before the jig was up.
CBS 5's Colton Shone is in Chandler with us tonight, where a mobile home park is still showing some soggy signs of that downpour. Colton?
Yeah, that's correct, Heather. As you can see, I'm right in the middle of it. Now take a look down here at my feet. The water is actually covering my ankles. Now you can't tell, but a few yards behind me, the water is actually much deeper.
You could get hurt if you don't do something about this, recall.
Yeah, you're most certainly right, Nicole. We're talking about 4 major automakers here: Nissan, Toyota, Honda, and even Mazda. The problem, the passenger side airbags, when they're deployed, may burst, sending plastic pieces flying. And just a few minutes ago, I actually snapped a picture of this note that was left on their window that was placed here recently. It basically says that this restaurant is not going to open until March 25th. Now, police have not released the names of the victim or the suspect. We're also told that a woman who was in the restaurant was shot by a stray bullet. We're told that she's going to be okay, though. Well, see, let's get right to it. This is a mugshot of Russell Dean Millsaps, and according to court paperwork, his victims were 4 and 7 years old. Investigators say they found pictures on his cell phone, including a graphic photo showing a hand with a mole on it that detectives say matched a mole on Millsaps' right hand. The court documents say that he had regular access to these kids. Now, right now, Millsaps is still in jail right behind me, but today we've been finding out a lot about this guy's questionable history as a police officer.
Colton, you've been up here on the lines all day long. There's been a lot of different areas of attack for the firefighters on the ground. List off what's that specific focus today.
Well, now the fire is moving a little bit north of the Crown King, and apparently there are a couple of towers there that the crews are trying to protect right now, and those towers are connected to cell phone towers, cell phone communication, so the state's communication could be affected by this fire. And we're also told that in that area there are some historic sites, even some government buildings there. So as Shane had mentioned, there are about 400 firefighters on the front lines right now trying to keep this from spreading.
CBS 5's Colton Shone joins us now live. And Colton, we talked a little bit about this with Rose Phillips, our child trauma expert. Exactly what is the best thing that parents should do?
Well, Shane and Heather, as parents, you know that parental instinct definitely kick in. You just want to go out there and protect your children, especially if what you're seeing on TV, like what we're seeing in Newtown, Connecticut, is very tragic and devastating. But the director of school safety and security at Mesa Public Schools, the largest public school system in the state, says the best thing to do is stay home. 35th Avenue north and southbound near Northern is closed, so traffic is being rerouted through the neighborhood right now. This happened around 1 o'clock this morning. Investigators were out here for a good chunk of the overnight hours trying to figure out exactly what happened, but you know, they say that impairment does not appear to be a factor in this case. It seems like this person just fell asleep at the wheel. They are moving the SUV. Right now, it's about ready to clear up. You know, the scene is clearing up right now, so hopefully this area will reopen pretty soon. Catherine, the plane was landing when it crashed right here at this runway just after 11:30 this morning. Witnesses say the plane went up, then crashed immediately afterwards, exploding, killing those 2 men on board. Now take a look at this picture that a witness snapped for us. This happened right after impact.
We sent our Colton Shone to Wickenburg tonight. He's just arrived there on the scene, and he joins us live over the phone. Colton, we understand this is a very serious situation. What happened?
Well, that's right, Heather. Not only serious, but also ended very badly. We're actually standing in someone's backyard. They live just a couple of feet away from the wash where this SUV ended up, and I was like 5, 10, 15 feet away from it. It's a red SUV stuck between some trees, lodged in the embankment. I mean, before earlier today, this was completely flooded and full of water, but now the water is completely gone and it's just muddy. Now, we're told by MTSO that a 65-year-old man was coming home from work. He was driving on a road that intersected with this wash when the water in the wash was just too powerful. It swept his car, about 150 feet down this wash. Now, he called for help, that's what we're told, but as crews got to the scene, he wasn't looking too well. A witness who was here who saw it happen describes him as unresponsive. He looks pretty blue. Very sad. We're told that he died on the way to a Valley hospital. His SUV rather, is still stuck, and it's still here right now.
Let's check in with Colton Shone live at the airport. Good morning, Colton.
Good morning, Nicole, and good morning, Pat. You're right. You know, some people, their flights are delayed, but we're here at Sky Harbor and looking at the stuff going on here in Terminal 4, and it seems like everything is on time. Chicago, Midway, all of those for the next few hours are on time. We go down here to Indianapolis and Kansas City. I mean, those flights going out are also on time. Taking a look at the board up here, Milwaukee and Minneapolis, all of those flights are on time, but that could change throughout the course of the day. Now let's take a live look really quickly out at Kansas City. Now this is where the storm is heading there right now. I mean, this is why we live here, right guys? I mean, because it's always nice like this outside. But let's go back out here live to Sky Harbor, where I am joined by Michael Robinson, who's actually headed towards the Midwest today. He's going to Ohio. So tell me, you told me that your mom said that it's storming pretty hard right there, right now.
Yeah, there could be, I guess, maybe some power outages, super cold weather, things like that.
CBS 5's Colton Shone is live in Tempe tonight. And Colton, when did the water finally come back on?
Catherine, for many people, the water came back on earlier this evening, but there are still several people out there who will have to wait until tomorrow morning. Now, you can see the crews behind me over my shoulder, working hard into the night, trying to make that happen.
CBS 5's Colton Shone is telling it like it is tonight. Colton, what's the answer?
Well, Catherine, DPS and ADOT say that each wreck is different. There are several things they have to take into account: how bad the accident was, how severe the injuries may be, and what kind of mess is left behind. But they say the 5-hour closure along the I-10 here this morning really wasn't that bad, because let's be honest, we've all seen worse.
Tonight, police are still trying to piece together what led up to this shooting. CBS 5's Colton Shone joins us live from where it happened. Colton, what can you tell us right now?
Catherine, just a few minutes ago, we were told that the suspect, the alleged gunman, was actually in a meeting with these people just minutes before he started shooting out. This puts another shooting in the spotlight, but this time much closer to home. And sadly, we're hearing, as you had mentioned, that this shooting did turn deadly. 48-year-old Steve Singer has died from his gunshot wounds. We're also told that another 33-year-old male is fighting for his life right now in critical condition. A 32-year-old woman also has non-life-threatening injuries. A sad day for everyone involved.